Welcome. So what I have here is I have a net. It's a two-dimensional figure that I need to see, first of all, determine, can I make it into a three-dimensional figure? Now, I'm just going to try to do my best to represent a three-dimensional figure. I don't know how well I'm going to do it, but I'll try to do my best, right? It's written up there. So one thing, I automatically look at this, and when you're trying to determine if it's a net or not, or what your net's going to create your three-dimensional figure, you want to kind of rule out things that it can or can't be, right? Well, since I have, let's count out my total sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only have 5 sides. And therefore, I'm not going to be able to create a, like I said, a rectangular prism because that's going to take something like 6 sides. I also take a look at my 2 endpoints are of triangles. So therefore, using something as like a circular cube or just as a regular rectangle cube is not really going to be possible, right? So I'm going to have to use something with triangular shapes, meaning I could use something like as a pyramid, right? That's going to have triangular shapes. Or also I could be looking at a triangular prism. So a triangular prism is going to have a base, and then it would have 2 sides where both my endpoints are going to be triangles. So what I'll do is I'll label this, let's say, well, let's label this base 1. Let's pretend this is like your base. And remember, when I thought of a net, when I think of a net, I think of something that's laying flat on the ground. Well, if you fold everything up, you're still going to have a side that's going to be your base. So I'm going to label this part the base. Now, each one of these lines, I'm going to think of like folded edges, meaning I can fold them up. So if I were to fold these 2 up, well, I can't create a square because then I wouldn't have a top edge. However, so I'm going to have to fold these where these 2 lines are going to connect, which is then therefore going to create a triangle. And then I can see that each one of my 2 caps at the end will actually indeed create a triangular prism. So I'm going to try to do my best here. I would represent that it's probably going to look something like this. And maybe not that much bad. Sorry, it's really difficult to be able to do this. And then I'll just kind of go with something like that. And that would go right there. So it's going to look something like that, your triangular prism, but hopefully you can see that a triangular prism is going to have a triangular base, and then it's just going to be extended to another triangle base there on the other side. So there you go. That's your figure. I hope it didn't confuse too bad. Sorry, not really that great of an artist, but hopefully at least you get the idea of what I tried to do. Thanks.